Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhamad Raziq Afiq bin Anuar. My matrix number is B0918105519 from BMMH. Firstly, I would like to thank my supervisor Encik Muhammad Zakaria bin Muhammad Nasir for his supports to complete this PSM1. So today, my topic is the development third brake light and signal for Grabfood and Foodpanda motorcyclists. I shall start with the presentation outline. This presentation outline will go through introduction, objective, problem statement, scope, literature review, and research methodology. Next slide is introduction. Malaysia has the highest proportion of road fatalities per 100,000 population in Asia, with motorcycle reporting for more over half of all fatalities. Motorcycles are the main mode of transport in Asian countries. Motorcycles are classed as popular in this nation. Other reason to choose motorcycle as a mode of transportation is traffic, especially cities when roads are overcrowded, and having a motorcycle can make the journey to one destination is shorter. With the steadily increased use of motorcycles, road injuries and fatalities are becoming a growing concern in Malaysia, with vehicle blind spot being as a primary causes. Figure 1 shows the proof where motorcycles almost conquered half of registered vehicle in Malaysia until 2020 with 46%. As we know, riders are 37% more likely to suffer and 8 significantly more probable to be wounded than a car passenger. Next slide. This slide consists of problem statement, objective, and scope. For problem statement, majority of accidents occur when the driver cannot see the vehicle stops on night or heavy rain. It happens between 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Objective: to design the intelligent hazard system for Foodpanda and Grabfood box to analyze the current electrical circuit for energy saving, while for scope is literature review study on electrical wireless radio frequency, brake-by-wire, design and modeling in software, and to fabricate prototyping, model and testing. Next slide. Figure 2 shows crash cases and fatalities during MCO 2020, sourced from PDRM 2020. In Malaysia, street injury and death are becoming a growing problem. From this figure, we can see that over 17,500 crash cases with 270 fatalities will happen between 1st March and 17 March 2020, normal days. Between normal days and MCO Phase 1, the number of crash cases and fatalities reported fell from 31.4% to 21.5%. However, from MCO Phase 1 to CMCO Phase 5 on 13 May to 9 June 2020, the total number of crash cases and fatalities reported increased dramatically from 5,498 to 25,251 and 58 to 231 respectively, counted as 238 crash cases and 2 fatalities occurred per day from 18 March to 9 June 2020. During MCO, people are not permitted to leave house, for example, to go restaurant or shopping mall. Because of convenience of mobile ordering, people are turning to Grabfood and Foodpanda as their preferred food delivery. Next slide. Figure 3 shows the distribution or cumulative percentage of motorcycles fatalities by time of the day in 2000 to 2009, sourced from PDRM 2009. In the terms of accident frequency, the majority of accident occurred was between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., while the minority accidents occurred is between 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. As we know, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., there are less vehicles on the road. So, in the past decade, there have been reported 243 motorcycles fatalities per month, 60 per week, and 8 per day in Malaysia. So, the possible cause due to the time could be blind spot of vehicle. Next slide. Figure 4 shows motorcycle fatalities based on area type. Sourced from PDRM 2009, police reported that over 61% of this leads to death in rural area. When it comes to location, motorcycles fatalities are usually noted on highways and major roads with 62%. One of factor contributing to the Malaysia crash was the environment. According to some research, the environment is defined as climate change or condition that affected the road factor that contribute to the crash. This climate change refers to rain. Climate change is the most unpredictable weather condition. Next slide. This slide will go through the methodology of this project. So, the main component that I use are Arduino Nano, Arduino LilyPad, transmitter, and receiver. Next slide. This slide will go through the project flowchart for PSM1. Next slide. So, this is my project design circuit. I use the transmitter and receiver. Next slide. So this is the prototyping. This prototyping is the third brake light and signal. This prototyping is attached with the receiver that I have shown just now. This prototyping is placed on the Grabfood or Foodpanda bag, while the transmitter is placed under the motorcycle seat, connected to the motorcycle rear brake switch. Next slide. These slides represent a survey that have been made, and there are over 23 respondents. There are over 82.8% are male and the rest are female. Then 91.3% of them are the Grabfood and Foodpanda riders. Majority of them are about 23 years old. Survey has proven that the majority of working time is between 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. as their reason due to fine weather and not so hot. And the last one is, it is proven that majority of them needs the third brake light and signal as their reason to increase safety, avoid crash from behind, and so on. Next slide. So this is the preliminary result. A third light brake and signal is placed or attached on the bag. The left picture shows whether the brake light and signal can be seen from certain distance. The right picture shows the height from ground of the third brake light signal. Next slide. So this is my Gantt chart for PSM1. Next slide. There are two references I chosen in this presentation. The first is PDRM 2009, Royal Malaysia Police Annual Report, and the second one is MIRRORS, Malaysia Institute of Road Safety Research. That's all from me. Thanks for lending me your time. Thank you.